Okay, Space Engineers. I'm on my semi-legit playthrough here. This we've been playing on for the last few days. Again, I'm still getting used to the whole... Anyone who plays Space Engineers on PC, the last time I played Space Engineers, there was no beds. So if you know how long ago that was, that is the time frame we're looking at. There was none of these toilets. There's none of this. The beds. If I head up, there's none of this. There's none of this. There's none of that. None of that was in the game. So I'm still getting used to the fact that they're in the game now. Plus, it's on console, so I'm still getting used to that. So I'm doing a semi-legit playthrough here. It's normal survival type things, but if I bring up my R3 menu, I can go across to there and I can actually activate the admin panel and spawn stuff. So if I come up to here, I can tell myself I can use creative mode or not. I can turn invulnerability on and off. Also, so I can do all that. And then once I'm done what I need to do, like, will this work? Will that work? Like, I'm still figuring out. Let's put the visor down. I'm still working out, like, the building, like how you fuel stuff and all that. So there's my little ship. I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to fuel it up and stuff like that. I thought, okay, there's the thrusters. I've got there's an engine there. There's two just there, like reactors. I thought, okay, there's 3 reactors. That should be enough to fuel these engines. It's like it was saying no fuel, couldn't work. I added extra thrusters on the outside, and it seemed to have worked. So that's why I've got the creative mode. The ability to go creative is there, so I can test stuff like this. That it's not bad, but it's like it handles like dog's crap. Like it's dog poo poo. So I've got a med bay. I've got the tower here. The main reason I went for a tower like this is so that the solar panel can be up there, and all the noisy stuff is above, so it's not so noisy. My respawn, my pod is over there. I've got another little building over there with a workshop, and I drove this tank or truck. I think I published this one on the actual thing, and I've called it the Rig Basic, and it's as it is. It's like it's a platform on the back, so if you need to modify the back you can, but then the front, as you can see, it's got a little one engine standard reactor there. It's got a conveyor belt straight down the center with a port for sticking stuff in there. It's got the wheels. On the upload, I left it as 6-wheel steer, but this one you have turned the back wheels off so they don't steer. It's got the cockpit, and it's got a little extra bay here, and at the moment it's just got a seat in it, so you can crawl in here, you can put stuff in here, cargo, whatever. You could probably squeeze a pod in there, the cryopods, you could probably squeeze one of them in there. The windows, you don't, if you want to put the cryopod, you don't need the windows there, so you can just take the windows off. But it's a quite usable vehicle. This on the other hand, not so much. This one here has less of the spawning in stuff because it's semi-legit, whereas I got one that I've done that is way less legit. This one's on an Earth-like planet, so you don't need the visor. Whereas my other one's on a moon, so I need a visor, and the gravity is crap. But to get from here to there, it's almost just over 9k's away. So so for example, if I wanted to do this one here, I can spawn them in and stuff like that. So if I want to for example, spawn a vehicle in, I can come in here and go into here and use the spawn stuff. Fuel, stuff like that. So it's like, okay, why is it not working? I need spawn fuel, and so I spawn fuel in. But once you've got something built like this, I save it, and then when I do my legit playthrough, I can just spawn in the blueprint and then build it up. So if I come into this thing here, for example, let's go to here. Actually, that's what I wanted to check. Control panel. Should be at the top. There should be a group called gear, I think. There, landing. If I click on that. Oh no, there is no retract. Okay, so they don't retract. I thought maybe they could retract in and out. So we can turn it on. I wish I could figure out for the life of me how to the left, right, up and down on the D-pad, the quick selects, how to hotkey stuff into them. Because when I open the it's doing freeze. Get used to it on consoles. Okay, there we go. If you go to the cockpit, so there's the cockpit, go across. There's no spot to add the shortcuts. You got actions, and then the action brings up the toolbar thingy. It's like, that's not what I need, the up, down, left, and right, so I can easily turn shit on and off. Because if I right now turn, just for example, let's go to groups and turn. Oops, I've got this cursor. Where's it gone? Okay, the cursor is being a pain. Cursor's been a pain in the ass. There it is. Okay, select. It brings up that and say, okay, I want it to be, for example, I don't know, toggle block on and off. I'll do that. And then, okay, so it's in spot one. Then I come back out to here. It's not on the D-pad. It's like I can left shoulder and right shoulder bring up the extra. So the headlights and stuff like that, they're in there. The view changes there. Then you got the power, local power main. They're there, but where's that? It's like, oh, I can't figure that for the life of me. Let's unlock that. Let's take off. So performance is, it's definitely not PC, but you know, like, I don't know whether it's a reactor thing or what. This is why I'm playing on the semi-legit play, but I had a version of this and it just died, it just crashed into the ground. And I don't know whether it's because the reactor I used, I was too high up or didn't have enough power. Because as you can see off the right, there says how much power it's consuming, and it's got its weight, 2 hours of power. There's 70% power usage and no oxygen usage or hydrogen usage. It's like, I kinda like getting reused to that, because when I last played it on the PC, none of that shit was there. It was literally like your engines were engines, you hooked them up to a reactor, the reactor fed them, and it told you like how much power your reactor is using, and if your engine's using more power than the reactor's thing, it'll tell you. It's like, boom, no good, not enough power. So there's my pod. Now stopping, it takes forever. I'm actually back throttling right now. Yeah, so like I think I have to add extra jets. That's why I'm playing on the semi-legit right now, so I can figure this stuff out before getting onto the legit one and actually screwing myself over. In theory, I could just watch a YouTuber and say, oh, see what their suggestion is. Oh, you'll see one of my crashed ones over here. The one that crashed. I couldn't get it to stop, it just died in the ass. It's like, yeah. We're still over here. Let's rotate you around. Should be just where that green marker is. That should be the other one of these. Yep, there it is. In the hole. Okay, let's level it out. Now let's go first so we can see the level. That should be good. Touchdown. Okay. I think it's only locked with the one. Doesn't matter. Actually, do the right thing. Power it down. Yeah, so if I come up to here, you can see the one that crashed. It still runs, but as you can see, it's got the extra bit on the top. And I thought maybe it was the weight. That's why that one I cut the top off it. I broke. It had the 3-liner gear, it broke the landing gear. Oh, you can actually see how bent it is. It's wanged up pretty good. It still goes though. If I come on this side here, as it does its freeze up, there it is. So if I do that, I left it running. But see how it's going into the red, and then yeah, it just kicked me out. Oh, bits are falling off. Okay, actually I can grind that up, can't I? Or is that just a pickup? Oh, okay, it just disappeared. Yeah, so I'll end up grinding this up, reusing the materials as, you know, whatever. Then we've got the rig. I've got the ute, which I made, which are these. So my design process was something basic you can build off from. So these are the ones with the standard little epoxy wheels. Testing like, can you fit the crows on the back and stuff? Yeah. The crates, they all fit. Come up to here. We've got the slightly jacked up versions with bigger wheels on it. So there's power, there's the cockpit, there's my hoist for fixing the vehicles. So for example, if I spawn in just say one of these and I want to work on it, I can come down here. I have to give myself permission. That's the wrong one. Then we can go into there. Go to blueprints. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's telling me no. As you can see, Control C, it's telling me there's nothing in there. So I have to go to the. It's in that one. This should bring up the list of blueprints I've got. Now if I go down, there's the vans from the other ones. See, there's that little one. There's the bus. The ute basics. If I go like this and go across and go, actually no, if I go there, I should be able to click on it. So I can now spawn it, just like placing the block, rotate and stuff like that. So if I now go spawn, it's now spawned in, and just say for example I want to modify it with the wheels and stuff like that. I can go, okay, there's my hoist. Let's jump in the cockpit. Let's change it. Handbrake off. Okay, it should have spawned with fuel in it. And it is like, hey developers, can we please have the triggers be this accelerator and brake? This steering and stuff with the same thing. Holding the two shoulder buttons and using the stick rotates the camera around. Keep my finger on triangle for handbrake. Okay. lights on. I can power down, I can get out. I can use this button here. Emergency stop. So it's on right now. Let's come to this side. We'll turn our little emergency lights on so people know. Wrong one. Did that one. There we go. So we want to raise it. So it's on at the moment. So we can just go raise until we get to the height we want. So we say about there somewhere. We can stop it. And now we get under it. Sometimes it seems to be sliding because I don't think the building's on a flat surface. But like this one here won't let me place a new one there. So what I've just been doing is coming up, flying, and just slamming into the side of it with my character. But no doubt there's a better way to do it than this. But doing that, and it doesn't look like it's moved too much. But doing this, I can at least change the wheels. If I hit the button again, it should continue it going up. It goes up 4 meters. But as you can see, it's sliding. If you come into here, and then you go down, you can see here safety, reverse, velocity, how fast it moves. So I've got nice and slow. Maximum distance is 4 meters, so it goes up 4 meters. If I only wanted to go up 2 meters, I can adjust that to 2 meters, and it would only go up 2 meters. But it's like 4 meters. If I want the biggest, chunkiest wheels, it's more than enough space. And you can stop it on the way down or up, so it's fine. The freezing up every now and then does get really annoying. Like I'll be doing stuff like this, or whatever, and it's like I'll be looking at them and I'm trying to move, and I move the stick, it's like nothing happens. You just sit here for like, sometimes it'll be like 5 seconds, and it does nothing, and that does get annoying. But generally speaking, it's performing not too bad. I've had no fatal crashes, whereas blue screened. Knock on wood. I've had to restart it. Actually, no, I had a crash with my friend on it. I think I spoke about it in one of my previous videos. So I've had 1 crash, and then he had the 2. And I don't know whether it's because of my crash it caused him to crash or what. We don't know. I also went into the settings and agreed to their agreements and stuff like that to add the mods OI or whatever they call it, and then it gave me the option to cross-gen play. So I believe now, because he had to re-download a PS4 version and play on the PS5 to be able to play with me, but I believe now he can actually play on his PS5 version while I play on the PS4 version. I think that's what it was talking about, because there's a little thing there, ticket, you say yes, cross-gen is enabled. As I've said yes, cross-gen is enabled. So with a bit of luck, next time he's on, we'll be able to cross-gen it. The limitations, they don't seem that bad. There's a certain number of like entities and stuff like that you can have in the world. I think I've gotten to around, I kind of want to say like a third of the way through my limit on one of my other saves. So you have to be cautious of it. You won't be able to do the massive stuff that you can do on PC, but for the fact that it's not a full price game, it's not the $100 game, I got the Super Deluxe Mega Pack. That's what I've got. If I bring up not that one, actually I can do it through there. All these extra skin stuff I've got here, that's through that pack. So if I wanted to paint this, for example, Rusty armor is standard, but that mossy armor, that's a DLC. That's a DLC. These are all DLCs. These ones are actually pretty cool. So if I go like the neon one, I can back out. I can now paint it. Wait. This is the delay I'm talking about. Like, it's just taking its time. And so at night time, they actually glow up. That goes up pretty good. I bought all that. I think originally I paid like 120 or 130 bucks for it, but it was discounted. It's now like, I think it was like 98 bucks with all the extras. So the standard edition's like, this is my region, it's probably like 70 bucks. So American, you're probably looking at 50 bucks for the because the Americans give, oh, it's 60 bucks, they're asking 70 bucks for it. So I wish stuff was 70 bucks. So yeah, if their full price is 60 bucks and our full price is 100 bucks, do the maths down the way, all the DLC, stuff like that, so on and so forth. If I get this and drive it over to there, you'll see like it's a fair drive. There's the freeze up. I've clicked on it and it's not, I can't move. There we go. Okay, now I'm in. Let's turn it around. Power it up. Oh, the little thing I flew over in has a remote on it, but I don't know how good I haven't tried the remotes yet. I put one on there so I can test it out later. Actually no, I took the remote off. The one that I crashed had the remote on it. Damn it. It's alright. So I can on the fly do that. While the buttons are pressed, I can't fully accelerate. So I'm just wondering if that has something to do with how to hotkey this stuff into the D-pad. Because I would just love to just go like up on the D-pad like this from nothing and have it do something. But if I go brake, the forward direction with the thing at X, and then and circle, I don't know what that does. I can't figure it out. It doesn't seem to. Or do they mean click on L3? Let's try that. No, okay. Yeah, so this. Actually, can I? Got that so you can see the key, the dashboards. So the vehicle's not anything special. Like, it's me testing the limitations, stuff like that. I don't know what that. See how it's got power there on the side there? That's the same as the one up on the top right hand there, but it doesn't say how much power you have left. It's telling how much power you're using. And I don't know whether there's any way to change that. And same with the clock. The in-game clock is 2 hours off. So if you set it to show actual time, it's 2 hours fast. So you've got to take 2 hours. When you look at it, if it says 10 o'clock, it's not 10 o'clock. It's got to take 2 hours off. Oh, we've got comments. Is it the bot? Let me just pull up. Let me just quickly turn on the chat. Okay, so he's asked if it's on the PlayStation 4 and I'm playing on the Slim. So if you're going off performance, this is the performance on the Slim. My friends played it on the PS5, and from what we can gather, because I was hosting, any performance hits that I have, he feels. Because obviously it's peer-to-peer. Deep Silver, peer-to-peer. Dambuster, peer-to-peer. And so when I froze up, he'd feel the freeze up as well. When I crashed, he got kicked, obviously, and then he had a crash. Like, considering it's basically No Man's Sky, but before No Man's Sky with like proper spaceships, not this stuff that No Man's Sky does. It's like you jump into the cockpit and it's the cockpit. There's no, you can't get out of it unless you've got the big ass carriers. In No Man's Sky, if you're in the little ship, you're in the little ship's cockpit. You can't get out of the cockpit and walk around the little ship. This one, you can make your own little ship and get out and walk around in it. So the fact that that's a thing, like, and all the blocks that are all destructible, also, I'm surprised that's running as well as it is. It's Minecraft, but the voxels on the planet are rounded or smoothed, and it's got half slabs. It's got vertical walls. It's got, yeah. There's another freezer, and there it is. That was the usual one. I've had longer ones, but that's the average. That's what I normally get. I think being in the cockpit view like this is making it perform better, because if I go to wrong one, that one, go to that view, it seems to perform that. It's not bad, but you can notice it doesn't perform quite as well. If that makes any sort of sense. You can have up to 4 players, and a PS4 and an Xbox One can host Deep Silver, Dam Buster, and it's peer-to-peer, so it's like the same as Dead Island 2, 1, if not, it's all peer-to-peer, but they're actually letting the current gens host, and it's doing quite well at it. We played, I think it was about half an hour to 45 minutes with very minimal issues, and then we had the crash, and hopefully, no doubt, they'll do patches, stuff like that to minimize that, and then with a bit of luck we better get it, you better do like a 3-4 hour session and no issues. I don't know whether they're going to give us servers. If they do, I hope they do it the same way as like Minecraft do, where you can use your PlayStation credits or your Microsoft credits and just do it through the console and just rent a server that way, like you do with the Realms, and not like Conan or DayZ do, because these companies that are running the servers are absolute fucking idiots. I've basically told G-Portal and Notrado to go screw themselves, because they are refusing to take my payments. So I can't rent servers from them anymore. And it's not because my payments are no good, it's because they just don't want to take that payment method anymore. And I say that anymore because they've taken it for years. Then all of a sudden it's like, no, we're not going to accept it anymore. And their official statement was, but that's the way we're doing it now, or for now. It's a nice little half-hour drive across the planet. So technically, well, not technically, I could drive around the planet. Whether it's any point to it or not, that's another story. This vehicle I'm driving now has the tiny wheels, so it wasn't meant to do this trip. The one with the bigger wheels is meant to do the trip, but I thought I'd bring it out, just cruise. So anyone who watches it, okay, PlayStation 4 Slim performance is this. Frame rates, crashes, all that sort of stuff. It's all pretty good. Um, the snow, it's got this weird like anti-aliasing blurriness to the edges, which is really distracting, and I don't know whether there's any way you can turn that off. So I've built this structure near this trade post. So if I pull up here, we've got a side street here. Let's view change. Oop, I said view change. There we go. Just so I can see what their thing is. Park it right about here. Turn it off. Okay. So back again. So we've got a ramp here. Oop, another freezer. Ramp here. Oop, and a ramp here. And that is a moon, I believe. And there's another planet up there. So if I stuck... Oh, it's at the other place. If I stuck space thrusters on that little thing, I could probably fly up to that. Yeah, I could. Fuel might be an issue though. It actually doesn't look that far away. But the only points of interest I could see was that beacon there. So I drove over here. And then there's my pod. And there's another freezer. And then if you look around, you've got the antenna for this place, which is just there. And that's kind of it. So I don't even know whether that or the planet that's over there has anything on it. That one over there. So because this is a semi-legit, I'm going to build a spaceship. Hence the reason I've got a little dock area here. I'm going to build it legit. So at least I've got the starting stuff here, and I'm going to aim to go to there. That's what this playthrough's aim is for. Have you got PlayStation 4 Slim? It'll go up as a video. You can just watch it back to see the performance. Yeah, so my legit part of it is going to be build the ship and fly there. I've got my respawn pod over there, so I'm assuming that's the spawn of the planet. So if this was Minecraft, spawn chunks. So if I was to redo this thing, it'd probably be in the same spot. It's the local galaxy or home galaxy, I think it's called. So if you're playing it on the console and you're spawning it, you start in the world. I just went go new custom. I think it's home galaxy, and I believe it's got 4 planets or 3 planets. I can't remember. But it's so this one Earth-like. I think that one's moon-like, and I'm not sure what that one over there is like. But once I build my ship, I'll fly to that one. I'll fly to that one. I could cheat the stuff in to make it. Actually, it looks like there's 2 over there. Hang on. There might be 2 planets over there, or is that just the effect? Nah, it's just the effect. Okay, so there's one there. That one there. See, that one looks cold. That one looks like it could be warm or hot. And there could be one below us. If I just quickly come up here. So we've got the this is like the apartment tower, when we call it. Some oxygen. So you don't need the oxygen, but there's a freeze up. I got the oxygen. You don't need it. Got this. I still haven't figured this stuff out yet. The one in my station doesn't have anything in it, but if I go out to the one that's in there, it's got stuff in it, so I can do missions. The vending machine, if you've got the credits, so like here, Clang Cola is 100 space credits. So if you're playing the game and you want to cheat stuff in, R3, if you've got it so you can enable admin thingy, you do that and you tick the top one. Then in the same R3 menu, go to the spawn menu like that, and then you get the list of stuff. And so if you want the credits, it's then the S, so you scroll down to S. There is SESs. Oh, there's the plushie, scrap metal, silver ore, space credit. So click on it, it will highlight, and then you use the left stick, go down to the amount. So just say it's going to cost me 100 space credits. So if I go into there, change that to 100, then using the left stick, go down to the spawn object and go cross. It'll put a, in brackets, blueprint in front of you. Right trigger to spawn it in, and then it's done. Just pick it up and it's yours. I can come over to here. I can get that. I can go. Ooh, I can scroll through things too. I just got coffee and that. So if I go coffee, do that. Thanks for your purchase, and there's my drink. R3 is menus in brackets. R3's menus, L3's building. So this is where I got confused when I first started playing it. When I first played it, it was through this system here. Activate, thank you. It was through that, through the grid. I used to have to, you have to scroll down, find the thing, and as it all loads in, find the thing, learn it, that sort of stuff. The learning part is the part I'm gonna have to start learning, getting used to now, because if I turn off that, so I can no longer cheat, if I now there and bring up my thing, if it doesn't freeze up, whoop, that was a long one, okay. All that stuff's still there, but it's like, do I click on here, like this is how I can select it, but it's like, how do I learn the item? I know the grayed out ones I don't know, but I can't even select them, so I'm gonna have to figure out all that. When I come into here, as you can see, the ones I know will be there, but any of the ones I don't know, they're there, but they're grayed out. So if I do that and go confirm, unknown technology, you have to research it. So that's the part I'm going to have to start getting used to now, and that's what I'm playing on the semi-legit one. So I can get used to all this stuff before I play it legit and, again, screw myself over. To put stuff away, L3 or R3, doesn't matter which one. The little hand in the middle, press R1 or right shoulder, equips your hand. I do wish, again, there was an easier way to figure out, like if anyone knows, by all means leave it in the comment section, but to quickly add stuff to the D-pad hotkey section down the bottom. Because if I come out here, let's jump into this, for example. At the moment, I've got no shoulder buttons or anything here. There is 4 slots that says I can add stuff to it, but I don't know how to add stuff to it, and I don't know whether I go into here and do it through there, or whether I've got to actually go through here and go to there and add it this way. Because it's got the toolbar down the bottom, but it's like, that's not the D-pad, is it? But if I go, hang on, if I go, yeah, see, that doesn't show me what's in the vehicle though. And doing that literally just brings up links. Open in browser, open browser. Like, there's no help whatsoever. I've got the view buttons, and then I've got the quick actions, but there's no add hotkey. I can toggle my HUD and I can toggle the HUD through the that one. There's nothing in left, but hide HUD is on right. So there are some keys. I just got to figure out how to add them. I'm just wondering if I go here and just say I go to let's choose, I think so, they're rotating light at the top. If I do that, no, okay, I thought if I pulled the shoulder buttons, maybe something will pop up, so, because I know R1 and cross is range, select range, but I don't want to select range, so if I do that, nothing. And if I go across to the right, I can transfer it, I can add to a group, I can share it with my faction. Multi-selecting is left shoulder, and hover over the one you start multi-selecting from, and then hold the left shoulder, and then cross, 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 and that's how you multi-select. Yeah, see, there's custom data, there's color radius, there's all this stuff here. Do I go to there? And then no, because toggle show in terminal. So if I do that, no, because it's hiding it from the terminal. This is hiding it from the list. Okay, so that's not it. Clicking in on it shows it the HUD. That cycles through the lists. Yeah, so I've got to get that's why I'm doing this playthrough. I think what I might do is when I start my legit one, I might stream it. And every time and not play it unless I'm streaming it type thing. I'll play this one when I'm not streaming, and then play the legit one while I'm streaming, so people can see me screw up all the time. But there's a lot of functions, and the controller needs a certain number of buttons. Trying to figure that out. Actually, does the actual pad do anything? No. Okay, I thought maybe on the PlayStation the actual stupid ass touchpad they've decided to add to it might give you the options, but no, it would appear not. What if I go up? What? I just figured it out, I think. Press and hold. Press and hold. Okay, so if I go to there, and do that. Ah, turn it on. I figured it out. It's press and hold. Okay. So for the functions on the D-pad, press and hold it. Okay, I'm happy now. I figured that out. Okay, well I'm going to end the stream because it's nearly 45 minutes. And most of that's just driving from one spot to the other. But, honest review, if you're playing on the Xbox One or the PS4, it's not bad. PS5 and Xbox Series, probably better. I can't say for the Xbox because I'm not playing on the Xbox, I'm playing on the PlayStation. Performance seems good. Could be better, but it's good. I don't want to count the chickens, but it plays okay. It seems like it's the PC game, just maybe slightly dumbed down for the consoles. So there's probably not all the, like, I've noticed this stuff here. If you go into here and go across to like custom data, adding code into there, it says you cannot do it on the console. It says disabled for the consoles. It's still there because obviously it's a port of the PC game. You might better use it, and it does say you can activate experimental to do. I'm assuming it's something to do with the build up the top. If you turn that on and you agree to the chances of stuff going wrong, you can then do it. It's sort of like experimental branch, I wanted to call it. But it does say do it with caution, the usual warnings they give you. But as a base game, I'm having fun with it. I wouldn't necessarily say it's not a fast. If you're into it, like you want to play No Man's Sky, you want to jump in, shoot lasers, murder creatures, not going to happen. This is the slow burn. You're an engineer. You could build up your blueprints, build your ship, fly your ship, grab materials, so on and so forth. And it's that. So yeah. Well, I'm out of here. I hope this video is somebody watched it and go, okay, thank you. That's enlightened me about the console version, or it's made my decision whether I'm getting it or not easier, whatever. I'm happy. So I'm out of here. Stay safe. I'll catch you next time. See you.